Welcome back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked. We are almost at 8 o'clock. Time now to reconnect with the mothership. Yesterday marked a momentous occasion for the South African Broadcasting Corporation, as the organisation is now celebrating 85 years of broadcasting, an incredible milestone. The SABC has been integral in creating a lifetime of memories, and joining us now to share more about exactly what it means to be the national broadcaster is someone who is incredibly proud of the organizations. Gugu, I think, is joining us right now via video call. A very good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yes, good morning, and thank you for having me.
I've been lucky enough to grow up within the SABC space, I suppose. So for me, I've lived through so many of these milestones. When you look back over an incredible 85 years, what are some of the achievements and the highlights that the SABC maybe cherishes the most from this 85 years of existence?
Wow, I mean, if you've been in existence for 85 years, there are so many wonderful memories. But I think, you know, as the SABC obviously began as a state-owned entity in 1936, and since then has evolved tremendously. You know, we have 19 radio stations. We just scooped 20 awards at the Radio Awards just last week, and we've got an incredible offering in terms of television. We know that we started our television broadcast in 1976, and since then we've brought some very memorable programs to South Africans throughout. So there are just so many, and we are all just very excited and very proud to be here at this time.
It's like a mirror up to the country, and I've loved being a part of those amazing moments, and I think we've felt the collective might of the industry, and certainly the role that the SABC plays within that more than ever over the last year and a half. The media and entertainment industry as a whole has been so heavily impacted by COVID-19. How has the SABC worked to ensure people have stayed informed and, I suppose, motivated through these extraordinary times?
Well, we are incredibly proud as the SABC. I mean, we have a mandate to fulfill, which is to really educate, inform, and entertain the nation. And we are incredibly proud of the work that we did over the past year and a half. Had it been not for the SABC and the work that we have been committed to delivering, we really would not have had so many people informed about this very serious disease, this very serious pandemic. But not only that, we were able to launch an education channel in the height of COVID, when learners were not able to go to school anymore. So we provided platforms for them to conclude their studies, particularly the matrics. And as a consequence, we had a fairly successful matric pass. So we really are incredibly proud as a public broadcaster as a result of this.
There are people that have literally grown up watching, learning, being emotionally invested in the characters, learning, I suppose, to find their place in the world by identifying with the characters and the people that they see on the amazing SABC properties. I think for me it's an easy one, but I want to ask from your perspective, Gugu, what is the most fulfilling part of being a part of the South African Broadcasting Corporation? What has brought the most meaning to you?
You know, just being a part of a greater story, South African story. You know, the SABC is not only there for the good times, like as we celebrate right now, but, you know, we are an incredibly powerful vehicle for social cohesion and social, social cohesion and promoting democracy in this country. I think for me personally, I think that just being part of a story, you know, being part of a history of broadcasting in the country is quite phenomenal. You know, we will never have this time again, but we will always be able to say, I was there when the SABC turned 85 and celebrated the incredible milestones that they've made so far.
So, 85 years behind us. Let's hope for another century ahead of us. How does the SABC plan to, first of all, commemorate this wonderful occasion through the month of August? And why do you encourage all listeners and viewers to stick with the country's trusted public broadcaster in the decades to come?
Well, first of all, it's unfortunate that we obviously are under the COVID-19 restrictions, but we have an incredible lineup this evening on SABC2 at 7 p.m., as well as SABC News 404, where our viewers and audience can tune in and form part of our celebrations. We also have an incredible lineup over the month of August, also being Women's Month, so we hope to have a couple of virtual events for the public to participate in. And we also have some charity events planned. You know, as I said, SABC is not just here when times are good. We realize that COVID has really had an impact on our society, and we believe that as a public broadcaster, it is one of our roles to lead in making sure that our communities, our societies that we hail from are actually supported in this difficult time. So we will have a charity drive, and we will definitely notify you in due course.
We are so proud of everything that we have collectively achieved. Just the whole time while I'm listening to you, all I can hear in the back of my mind is, Simonia, we are one. I've lived it, girl. I've lived through those moments. That's how generally you can give your age away if you remember what I'm talking about.
I know.
But there have been so many wonderful milestones. It's made by the people, and it is for the people. So thank you so much for your efforts, and enjoy celebrating this milestone for the rest of August.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me.
Gugu Ntuli, the Group Executive for Marketing at the SABC, celebrating an incredible milestone, 85 years of being that voice and that face of the nation.